Okay, so here we have a package from VeryPuzzle and it's absolutely massive. I'll give you an idea of the size by putting a die and zancher next to it. So there's the die and zancher. So as you can see, the package is absolutely ginormous. Oops, die and zancher sliding down it there. So yeah, recently VeryPuzzle have remade some or all of their Geranium puzzles, and they've also brought out some new ones as well. So yeah, let's open this. This package is quite heavy as well, by the way. Yeah, I think the main reason for why this package is so big is because of the Geranium W, which I think is the biggest Geranium puzzle yet. It's coming. Nope, it's stuck again. Okay, so quite a few Geranium puzzles. So yeah, these puzzles have been packaged really nicely. So at last I've unboxed them. I think that was the longest time it's ever taken me to properly fully open a package. So here they are. They look really nice in the boxes. Yeah, just kind of simple black boxes, but then you've got this red writing on them, and the letters, they look like actual stickers that were stuck onto the cardboard. So yeah, let's open this one. I think this is going to be the Geranium, which was the first Geranium puzzle that VeryPuzzle came out with. Now this is going to be a remake, because the original ones, they sold out long ago and they became pretty much impossible to find. So it's got something on the back here, and it's just saying it's a toy twisty puzzle. There's a package size, 360 grams, Geranium 1 pieces. So I think this like inside part should just slide out, maybe. I don't want to rip the boxes because I'd like to keep them, but yeah, it's really difficult trying to get this like this cardboard tray out of the outer sleeve. It's almost as though, I don't know, it's been accidentally glued in there or something. It's just not budging at all. Okay, with some brute force I finally managed to get this tray moving, and now it seems to be stuck again. So there we go at last. Got this nice black foam on top. And here is the puzzle itself. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be. I don't know if this is the same size as the original Geranium or not. So yeah, the only difference I think between this and the original Geranium is this the white plastic. It's shaped differently. And I do quite like the way this is shaped. It kind of almost looks as though someone has like carved it out of plastic or something. It kind of looks rustic, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I quite like that look. So I'm wondering on these new Geraniums if they still have those lined patterns on the back. Let's flip it over to find out. And it does, but it's very faint looking, which is weird. It's almost as though it's on the other side of the plastic. And you've got another sticker there describing what it is. So yeah, it's such a nice looking puzzle. Let's see how this turns. I have heard that there were issues with the turning of the older Geraniums, so I don't know if that's been improved with these new ones or not. But that seems to turn pretty much fine. So you've got like white plastic on this, and then parts of it are being cut out so you can turn the different parts of the puzzle. This disc is a bit stiff, or maybe I've just not got things aligned properly. Yeah, once you get things moving, it moves pretty much fine. So let's see where I need to turn this disc to in order to be able to turn this one. So obviously if I just leave it in its solid state, I can now move this this purple disc or wheel or whatever. So let's see where I need to turn this to so I can turn this one again. So not there, because it's being blocked by these pieces. Okay, so I can turn it here. And those seem to be the only two places. Yeah, I mean these puzzles, they look really nice and they do feel like nice quality. So let's take a look at the next Geranium puzzle. Got a feeling this will be the Geranium Olympic. So this is a totally new one that they've come out with. And wow, that just looks really great. Reminds me of those Olympic Hungarian rings that I've got. Just take a quick look at the back. So yeah, you've got those like curved lines again on the back, but they look like they're on the other side of the plastic, whereas on the older Geraniums they were on this side of the plastic, so they weren't so faint. They stood out a lot more. So here it is. So yeah, when I saw pictures of this online, it looks like this black part, like it wasn't stickered, like it was just like bare black plastic, and I thought that's kind of odd. But one day I ended up having a really close-up look at a picture of this, and I could see that there is actual stickers on this black plastic. So you can probably see them there at that angle. And yeah, wheels turn pretty much fine. I'm not sure which way around these two discs are supposed to be. I think maybe they're supposed to be like that. So yeah, let's take a look inside the next package. So this is a fairly big one. I'll have to actually zoom out for this. So this should be the butterfly, which just looks really nice. And again, I'm having trouble with pulling the tray out. So I'll probably keep these geraniums inside their boxes, because then, you know, that way they're going to be protected and the surface won't get scratched up, because the surfaces for these puzzles are like really nice and glossy, so scratches will probably show up really easily on them. And here it is. That looks pretty amazing. So this one, it's got a lot of these like metal bolts or rivets or whatever. There's the back. This is really impressive. So yeah, this is a bit odd. I noticed this one looking at pictures of it online, but it's kind of weird how each of these circles are a different colour, yet these two are the same colours. I'm not really sure why they've done that. Will the fact that these two are the same colour make it more difficult to solve or more easy? I honestly don't know. I've got absolutely no experience with these puzzles. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of odd to turn this this yellow disc. There aren't actually any holes around here. You've got like a hole there, but you can only turn the green discs there. So to turn this yellow one, you've actually got to turn it there, which is kind of a bit odd, kind of a bit awkward. So yeah, let's take a look at the last one. So this is going to be like the most impressive one. Just put that down there like that. Put that there. Put that there. Alright, so this is the big one. Yeah, it's interesting how they've just called this butterfly rather than geranium butterfly. Whereas with this Olympic one, they've actually called it Geranium Olympic rather than just Olympic. So this is going to be the Geranium W. Wow, that just looks absolutely awesome. Let's take this out. And yeah, I've not actually shown you the thickness of these yet, but that's how thick they are. I'm pretty sure they'll all be the same thickness. So yeah, that just looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the discs turn fine on this as well. So yeah, it's interesting how the disc in the middle of this is like an actual full one. You don't get that anywhere else on the puzzle, and you don't get that anywhere on these puzzles either. So yeah, I'm going to scramble one of these. There doesn't really seem like much point in scrambling all of them on video. It would take a long time, and I don't want to scramble all of them just yet anyway. I was planning on just scrambling this one, because this will probably be the first one that I try to solve, just because it's the first Geranium that VeryPuzzle ever came out with. But then I was thinking most of you are probably going to want to see this being scrambled, so I will actually scramble this. So these Geranium puzzles are meant to be really difficult. Like, a lot of people who are great at solving really difficult Twitter puzzles, some of those people even say that the Geraniums are really difficult puzzles. So I don't know whether I'll just speed up most of the footage of me scrambling this, or whether I'll just kind of edit bits out. I don't really know yet. So I'm not really sure exactly where I need to make turns to be able to split these bits up. Let's see. Oh, I can make a turn now. So we've actually broken up this part like that. So for some of these discs, the holes in the plastic that you use to turn them, they are quite small, so it is a little bit difficult to turn them. So like with this disc, that's the hole that you've got for turning it, which is quite small. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. It's going to take ages for me to properly fully scramble this, and like I've already said, it is difficult. It's very difficult trying to split all of the pieces up, because you've got to have everything, like you've got to have certain discs positioned in certain ways to be able to like split like these eye-shaped bits up, which I'm finding really difficult to split up. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So from VeryPuzzle, I received the Geranium Olympic, the butterfly, the original Geranium remake, would you call it, and the Geranium W. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'll just edit this into the video because I didn't discover this until after making the original video. But inside each box under the foam you get an information sheet. So on one side you've got Chinese there, and it's got the date as well, 2018, 15th of the 3rd. And on this side you've got English. So it says Introduction to Geranium Series. So it's got caution there. Acrylic frames of geraniums are fragile, do not drop. Small parts inside geraniums. Do not use liquid lubricant. Do not apply liquid on moving parts. graphite powder was used as lubricant inside Geranium products. That's interesting. Yeah, it says do not disassemble or play at upside down position. I guess if you do try and use them upside down, I'm not really sure why you do that, but I can see some pieces possibly falling out. And here it's talking about the Geranium family. Geranium series is a group of 2D twisted puzzles with exceptional challenge, originally designed and manufactured by VeryPuzzle in 2013. The Geranium series consists of following models: Mini Geranium, Pocket Geranium, Geranium, Geranium V, Super Geranium, Geranium Olympics, Butterfly model, Geranium W. Depending on whether the long part was unbandaged or not, there are plus version or normal version for certain models. So yeah, plus version is basically, it's like unbandaged or less bandaged. So you can see you've got these long bits there which will cause blocking or bandaging. On the plus versions, these bits are split up.